Cancer, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Cancer delicious, I'm going to be doing your reading for the full moon on May 31st in the sign of Sagittarius. In this reading, I'm going to take a look at the main energy to see what is it that you may be receiving, what is it that you may anticipate, past, present, and future. Also, I will pull a card for you from the Hidden Truth Oracle and clarify everything for you. Now, dear Cancer, I want to mention something very specific, that the full moon is very much associated with you a lot of times. And this full moon in Sagittarius, it's an invitation to explore something, to express ourselves. This is also a time period when our dreams get amplified a lot. And I believe that you being us, especially as a water sign, you do have this side of you where you tap into the subconscious mind. You may have lucid dreams. You may have a lot of downloads coming to you. And, the Sagittarius is about expansion. It's about adventure and telling the truth, seeking the truth. Okay, so some sort of truth may come out for you during this time. And I really felt compelled to do this reading. So after I finished my meditation, my breath work, took a shower, just feeling really great, feeling really cozy, honestly. And in my plated shirt, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this reading for my water signs now. So let's see what's going on, Cancer. Honey buns. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, Cancer, the energy and the challenge here for you from the end of May to the beginning of June is the Empress. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles. So the Empress here, dear Cancer, means a few things for many of you. First of all, I think that you're waking up to your beauty. Okay, you're ruled by Venus, waking up to your beauty here. The full moon here is really showing you parts of yourself that maybe you neglected, you left out. A lot of you could be also, when it comes to a relationship, dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Could be a Pisces, could be a Sagittarius, Leo, Libra. So there is something here about beauty. You're being seen by someone, you're being adored by someone. Someone is viewing you as the Empress, or, if you're a male Cancer watching this, which there are, you know what I mean. Handsome, beautiful, gorgeous, cutie patootie. So I'm saying, so we're going to clarify this. We're going to see why this is your challenge. Now, in the recent past, you have the Temperance, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So it looks like for many of you, you were in a relationship here with somebody which you felt like that there was a very strong spiritual connection and a bond between you and them. This person made an offer to you. I think that a lot of you built the relationship with this person for an extended period of time. And for many of you, this was a connection here that you felt like it really meant a lot to you. Okay, you kept spending a lot of time with this person. You kept investing a lot of resources into this relationship. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see what is it that you need to know. Now, in the present moment, you have the Seven of Cups, the Hangman, and the Page of Swords. So in the present moment, I feel like a lot of you are trying to gain clarity here in regards to this person, in regards to this situation. For many of you, you could be seeing this person in your dreams. I think you are going to see this person in your dream. And there is potentially some kind of conversation that may take place between you and them. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see what is it that you need to know. Now, in the near future, you have the Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Nine of Cups. In the near future, Cancer, no sugarcoating here. You know that the person you are dealing with, they tend to come across as being closed off or hiding something from you or not being open about a situation. I think that in the near future, especially in your birthday month, there is this strong energy here about you focusing on your own happiness, focusing on yourself, doing what makes you personally happy. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. So it's naturally going to come to you. If this is a relationship that you are manifesting and that you are seeking, it's literally naturally going to arrive to you. Okay, for many of you, I think that you're going to actually end up being in a committed relationship with this person. Some of you were married to this person before. Children could be an important, integral part of this relationship. I think someone here has their eyes on you. There is a strong sense of as an earth sign. Could be a Gemini or a Libra also. Okay, someone here, a masculine energy, if you're a female, or vice versa, someone here has been thinking about reunion and reconciling with you here. So It's because it has a lot to do with you focusing on yourself and putting the energy pouring back into yourself. Okay, so let's get into your reading, dear Cancer. Let's clarify the Empress. And as a courtesy notice, I don't exist on TikTok. I don't post readings on TikTok. So just please be safe out here. And also thank you for going ahead and hitting the like button and supporting your funny Armenian guy. So let's get into your reading, dear Cancer, and see what is it that you need to know. So I've been training for my triathlon. By the time you watch this, I might be already on the road to to Colorado, okay, to do my triathlon, like literally so excited for this. So I'm gonna take some time just to kind of recuperate, pack my bags, and get ready to head out. So the Empress, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Page of Cups, okay, the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So for many of you, I think that this is someone that you really want to have a brand new beginning with. You really see yourself being with this individual. A lot of you, you're dealing with the person who is still closed off. This person is closed off. You have been waiting for an apology. You've been waiting for a confession to come from this person, and you don't want some sort of an apology that's just going to make you feel good. You want an honest conversation from this person that this is what they want. Okay, you want to make sure that this person is also on the same page. You want to make sure that they also want to have a brand new beginning with you, and they want to form a relationship. Okay, they want to take this relationship to the level of commitment, to the level of marriage here with you. So in the recent past, the Temperance is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Three of Wands. Some of you were dealing with an Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I think in the recent past, some of you met this person maybe while you were traveling. This is someone that maybe appeared in your life from a meeting, from some sort of an event. Some of you also, there was an age gap, age difference between you and this person, younger, older. I do strongly feel like here, Cancer, that in the recent past, there was a lot of travel involved with this person. Some of you traveled to meet this person. A lot of you also realized that even though this person was very attractive to you, their personality seems to have been very much closed off, a little bit too reserved, keeping it to themselves. Okay, someone here also might have had anger management issues is what I'm getting. Okay, could have been a Capricorn, could have been an Aries. So the Seven of Pentacles here in the recent past is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, and the Hermit, Virgo energy. It looks like in the recent past, dear Cancer, for many of you, there was a very painful ending here. Okay, something here ended between you and this person. And I think that, it was a very difficult phase in your life because something here started becoming extremely overwhelming for you, and I think that you were being on and off with this person. You both were being on and off with each other. So there is something here about inconsistency, not being so consistent, okay, with each other, and the Page of Cups. So a lot of you, maybe you were anticipating for some sort of an apology from this person or confession. Some of you could be an artist. I'm getting here, you could be painting, drawing, or a singer. That's just as a side message I'm getting here. Or maybe you do something in regards to designer clothing or designers. Maybe you might be a designer. So it's clarified by the Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups. Yeah, this person was being on and off, okay, with you. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. There is the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So for many of you, Cancer, you felt that you had a very strong bond and a connection with this person in the past. And I think that, you were going back and forth in your mind specifically. Should you wait for this person or should you just let them go? I think a lot of you, it was becoming really challenging to let them go because the soul connection here that you have, which is showing up in the Six of Cups, was telling you to wait, okay? But you have been waiting for quite a while now, and now you have big questions with the Seven of Cups. The questions in regards to wanting to gain clarity, is this really the person for you that you should wait or not? So around this full moon, there is a lot of clarity coming towards your way. Okay, a lot of clarity. I feel like a lot of you might be also seeing some really very vivid dreams. So the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the High Priestess. Your intuition is getting much stronger now, and you have the Eight of Swords. I believe the person that you know that you're dealing with, this person could be involved in some sort of a toxic cycle right now. For many of you, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. There is clarity coming towards your way, and you are being watched, by the way. You have the Page of Swords here twice. Page of Swords typically mean someone here that's planning a conversation here, someone that's watching you, someone that's observing you. You might even have, okay, I'm gonna say this, you might even have like lucid dreaming, or you might feel this person's energy around you as if like they're watching you, even though they may not be physically there. So that's how you can also tell. The Hangman, you have been seeking answers, you have been wanting to know why is this person in your energy, okay? The Hangman is clarified by the 8 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and you are in their energy. I'm getting chills right now. And you are also in their energy, Cancer. 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. So 777 can be very significant. I feel like you are also showing up in this person's energy, and they have big questions. They are also wondering, why is Cancer showing up around me? What you got going on, girl? So I'm saying this person also is very confused about something in their life. Clarified, Page of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. So they want to talk to you. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There is a conversation here that may unfold. 11:11 on the clock. So this person, Cancer, that you're dealing with, the full moon is amplifying their emotions or making something super clear for them. I think what's becoming clear for this person is they need to talk to you about something. They need to tell you about something, and there is a Judgment and the Devil. Capricorn energy, Scorpio energy. So something here is super toxic, that there could be an addiction here that maybe you don't know, or something that's been happening in the background, and they do want to talk about it. They do want to communicate with you about it. So that's something that I feel like, you know, you may not really see happening, but there is this energy of this person watching you and wanting to talk to you. So the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. One of the things that you know about this person is they're very closed off. Okay, this person tends to close off. They don't really seem to be opening up about a lot of things. The 4 of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Death, and the 8 of Cups. The moment they hear the word commitment, or the moment they hear the word commitment, they walk away, or they disconnect, or they emotionally start distancing themselves. Okay, so that's why you just know, like, this person's tendency to run away or to walk away, because they're being asked for like some sort of responsibility. So the 4 of Cups is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords. I think that this is someone that, you know, one of the things that they need to work on, and I think that's what they're also working on, is having an open conversation and being very clear on whether they want to invest into this relationship or not. That's one of the biggest things that you have been wanting to know when it comes to this person. You don't want to play no games. You don't want to like be in this place of treated as an option. You know what I'm saying? Could be dealing with the Pisces, could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So this person tends to just like close off. They kind of shut down emotionally. What you are learning, Cancer, around this full moon with the 9 of Cups, you gotta make sure that you're focusing on your own happiness. You focusing on yourself, Cancer. Filling your own cup. By the way, I gotta drink some water. Hold on. Filling your own cup, honey. Dude, is going to be a priority for you. Why? Because a lot of you have been waiting for this person to show up properly. It's like you have to use a plier to pull words out of this person's mouth. That's not how you're going to do. So I'm saying, so the 9 of Cups, it's about a self-fulfilling prophecy, manifesting happiness for you. Clarified by the Queen of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands, and the Temperance. Filling your own cup. And that is the card of Sagittarius, and that's what we are learning during this Sagittarius full moon, right? So your happiness here is very much tied up to freeing your mind from the fact that you think that you have to save this person, that you have to, you know, force them anything. Not forced in a bad way, but it's like you gotta let this person come to you in their own timing, because this is someone that struggles with being open. They have some sort of a avoidant habit here, is what I'm strongly getting, and you may identify as someone who has anxious attachment style. Maybe recently a lot of you have been looking much deeper into the anxious attachment styles, or just in general attachment styles. So avoidant and anxious attachment. So I'm saying the match. I mean, it's just like you get attached to this person who is avoidant, who love bombs you, and then one moment they're here, the next moment they're not. So that is a big question here that you want to really ask yourself. Am I investing myself into a person, into an individual that is not being open, that is not willing to really reciprocate back with me what I want? So let's get the hidden truth oracle message for you. So many things remind me of you. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, just being near you is intoxicating. Of course it is. Cancer, there is a lot of memories in regards to this person. My intuition is telling me there is some kind of a souvenir or maybe a gift that you give to this person. It could be a watch, it could be cologne, it could be picture. Something very specific, could be a mug also. Okay, this person is being constantly reminded of you, of your energy. That's why I'm telling you there is a very strong telepathic communication. Your challenge here, which we're gonna clarify, which we're gonna get the advice here with the Empress. Empress is all about beauty, fertility. Okay, beauty, fertility, being in this place of self-love, self-care also. So the Empress is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun, of course. So like I said, the Sun, whenever it shows up, it's a very positive energy. This is about you, Cancer, being in the place of making sure that you're loving yourself, you're putting yourself first. A lot of you are going back and forth in regards to this person because you're questioning whether this is someone you should really get into relationship back with again or not. The Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, I think this is someone that you consider to be your soulmate or twin flame, but here is the thing. Everyone is on their own timeline, everyone is on their own journey. There is something here about you just releasing, having this radical acceptance that things can happen, things can change, and there is a fundamental change that's happening in this person's life. There is no need to rush into anything. There is no need to overwhelm yourself with just overthinking, constantly going back and forth, blaming yourself. Did I do the right thing? Was it my fault? This is about you, okay, knowing how to navigate in this situation when you're dealing with someone who is avoiding. Now, when they come towards your way, and whether they want to apologize, whether they want to confess, having a conversation with them about their avoidant behavior, that's a different topic. That's a different conversation that you may want to have. But this full moon, what it's bringing to you is you doing a lot of self-love, self-focus, and completely pouring into your own cup. And wait till you see that the fact that someone is watching you and someone wants to communicate with you, you're going to see how that's going to manifest. This full moon is bringing a lot of people from the woodwork. Okay, so this is what I had for you, dear Cancer. Thank you very much for being here. I love you all so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.